Alright, what is up everybody? Today we are doing a very highly requested video, one that I haven't seen and apparently a lot of you haven't seen because you've been asking for it, both in the comments here and on the Facebook group, Retail Arbitrage Callouts. For those that are new, my name is Andrew. This is Retail Resale, where we do retail arbitrage. We go into thrift stores and big box stores, and we make money while we shop, and we make money having fun. So it's something that's allowed us to just work freely from our home, not have to do the 9-to-5 grind. And our backbone right now is these guys right here, and that's books. So we're gonna go through basically the process of finding them. Now a lot of these come from, well, all of these come from thrift stores, as even clearance books at Walmart and Big Lots and whatnot. They're not going to be, they might be a high sales rank, but the profitability is not going to be there. Your ROI is not going to be there because it's still going to be $5, $6 a book. And we haven't really found a reasonable explanation for spending $5, $6 a book unless it's a textbook that can net, upwards of 80 to upwards of 220. So that's the only time we can really see, because once shipping comes in with textbooks, it's going to be really expensive, and we're going to cover some shipping costs here as well. But first, scanning books. So in the category of books, there's about 58 million that contribute to the BSR, the sales rank. So that 5.3 million to 5.8 million, that's going to be your top 10%, with your top 1% being right under a million. So we generally look for anything. Now this is contrary to what a lot of people say. We look for anything under 5 million, but we'll take anything under 10 million if it has more than a 300% ROI. So if we're spending $1 on a book, we have to make at least $3 after shipping and Amazon fees are said and done. Now we merchant fulfill, so we don't, and I really feel like money is in merchant fulfilling right now. Granted, we're just starting out, but there's a lot more opportunity in merchant fulfilling books than FBA books, in my personal opinion. Feel free to change my mind. Completely open-minded about it, still wanting to learn, as we have a lot to learn. But let's hop into it. With that, our guidelines, and we made a guidelines video. I'll put it somewhere up here for you guys if you want to watch that, as well as the month 1 breakdown of our sales, what books sold, and going through the list. So when I'm scanning books, I do just use the seller app, but we go pretty quick. Starting on paperbacks, what I do when I walk into a store and I walk into an aisle, I'll have my phone in one hand, and I'll literally just grab 5 or 6 books, whatever I can, and I will find a place on the shelf, scan one, plop it down. Now of course when I'm doing that, let me see if this camera angle will permit here. So when I'm doing this, I'm going to scan. I'm going to have just in one hand one other. I'm going to scan one, plop it down. I'm going to scan another, plop it down. I'm going to scan another. And that's basically, when it comes to paperback books, let me adjust that here. When it comes to paperback books, that's what I do. I just grab a handful, and it really is fast. You can get through 20, 25 books in a minute, as long as you aren't sitting there to list. Now, when it comes to actually listing it, personally, we list them right when we find them. So as soon as we pick something up and we find it's profitable, we'll go ahead and list it right at that moment. Other people will get everything they have, get home, and then list it there. Excuse me. We kind of advise against doing that, because you can lose product. You can have product sitting on your shelf that's not listed. So the last thing you want to do is have a product on your shelf for a year and it was never listed. So when we pick something up, so we're going through, say this guy right here we found was profitable, I'll go ahead and split my stacks up. So I'll put what I've already scanned over to one side and then what I'm still waiting to scan on the other, and we'll go ahead and just list this real quick. And then somewhere on the shelves, wherever we are in the store, or if our cart's nearby, we'll just start our keep pile there of what we've already listed. So, and then another thing I want to point out, guys, when you're going through these stores, our goal is always to leave the shelves nicer than when we came in. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back real quick. So no matter where you're going, no matter what store you're in, whether you're even in a thrift store, guys, you're going to get a lot of perks with the managers and with the staff there if you treat their store with respect. So if you're still in a 9-to-5 job, or if you're trying to get out of a 9-to-5 job, if you work retail, you know those customers that come in and just trash your store and trash your aisles. They're not going to get any perks. They're not going to get any bonuses from you. They're not going to get any, hey, let me mark this clearance sticker down another 50% for you if you are trashing their store. It's not going to work. So I always advocate, guys, when you're picking, no matter where you're picking, put the shelves back together, make it nice for them. Don't, you know something that those 9-to-5 employees don't. You're making a lot more money than they are. You're having a lot more fun than they are. So there's no need to make their lives any harder. So next we'll go into shipping of books. How do we handle shipping? And what does it cost? So we get these 2 mailers here. These pretty much cover every book that we have except for textbooks. Now when it comes to textbooks, because we ship so few of them, we get 2 for $1 on the really big bubble mailers at the dollar store, or if it is a really big textbook, we'll go ahead and get a box, packing peanuts, bubble wrap, the work, do it that way. But it's such a rarity. Out of 300 orders, we've shipped 1 textbook. So not something we really look for. Some people, shout out to Reezy Resales, does amazing on textbooks. We don't. So on average, whether it's hardcover or soft, the books that are going to fit in these guys, these are going to cost you. Now you want to make sure when you're choosing your shipping options, you're choosing media mail if you're shipping. There's another option, binded printed media or binded printed library, I'm not entirely sure. It's the one that doesn't say media mail. So these guys are going to cost $2.66 to ship as long as they are under £1. And that goes for hardcover or paperback. If they're fitting in there and they're under £1, it's going to be $2.66. Likewise, if they're in this guy, let me find something here for you guys. Alright, if they're in this guy, perfect example, then it's going to be roughly $3.16 to ship. So anywhere under, we found about anywhere under £1.50 if they fit in these. So this guy is actually roughly the same weight as this guy. So these two, about the same weight. This one's hardcover, this one's soft cover. This one's going to fit in the bigger envelope, this one's going to fit in the smaller, but this one's still going to be about 50 cents more to ship when all is said and done. And these bubble mailers, we pay about 30 cents, 35 cents a piece. I'll go ahead and leave the link below for you guys if you want to check those out. Let's see here. Another thing, now I'm just doing this, putting them on their side here. Now you'll see we just reorganized everything this way versus, you know, all sitting on their covers like this. What's going to happen is the binding right in there, right in here, and we're going to do another video going over this. She's actually going to do a video on how she organizes all this, because I'm not good at organizing, guys. I flunked Tetris, so there you have it. But this binding right in here, if you store them like this versus storing them like this, that binding is going to get destroyed. So if you if you post something as new, and it is new, that binding is going to wear down, and you can kind of see that. So if I don't manipulate it at all, you can kind of see how it's sloping like that. This is something that we were listing as new, but now we can't because of the way we were storing them. So you learn something new every day, you learn as you go, but we're making money as we're learning, so hey, paid training. Alrighty, Now, if you guys have any further questions about merchant fulfilling books, we've done FBA shipments, but they haven't been books, mainly gourmet and grocery. If you have any questions about merchant fulfilling books, what we look for, where we go, anything at all, go ahead and leave a comment below. We try and get to every comment within an hour of it being posted, so doing our diligence there for you guys. As always, hit that subscribe button for the best free knowledge coming at you that we can possibly offer honorably. Yeah, guys, like it up, share it up, hit that subscribe button. Have a great day.